Hi, Pete Stege from B2B Clarity. A lot of companies let themselves be victims of their marketing. It happens to them rather than being something that they choose to do. One way you can take more control of your marketing is by setting a budget first and then spending to that budget. The reason that doesn't happen very often is it's hard to know how much you should be spending on marketing. There's no one size fits all solution. So I want to share a 3-step process that will help you figure out what's that right amount to start with. It starts with benchmarks, which are readily available. From there, you adjust that, fine tune it with wildcards, the things that make your business your business. And then third, you sanity check that with what you are currently doing with marketing, how much you're currently spending. So for benchmarks, today the overall average is 11.4% of revenue being spent on marketing. That's elevated then from the normal due to COVID depressing revenues. Typically, it's 8 or 9% of revenue. That's for overall. You then need to look at things like what industry you're in. Are you selling products or services? Are you a B2B business or a B2C business? All of those have different averages out there that you can get. And that will give you, if you do that homework, that will give you a kind of a starting place range for what a typical company in your market and your size would be spending on marketing. From there, you need to look at things like your growth strategy, how new you are. For example, new companies on average spend 12 to 20% on marketing, where established companies can spend less, 6 to 12%. Higher growth expectations require more marketing on average. If you're focusing on new customers versus existing customers, that also will require more marketing on average. And if you have a strong thought leadership program, that can, in some cases, allow you to spend less on marketing because of the power of that thought leadership to help your marketing. So you take these things about your company that make you special, and you adjust that starting place benchmark range into your targeted marketing spend. But you're not done yet. Lastly, you need to check that number against what you are spending now. Where you're starting from matters. You have to be realistic. You can't change all at once. My rule of thumb is that at most, if you're off, at most, you could afford to double a marketing budget in 1 year or cut it in half in 1 year. Any more than that, and it's likely to be too disruptive for you. Now that you've got a budget in mind, it gives you so much more control of how you go to market. You can rank your priority marketing programs, and just like any budget process, start from the top and work down until there's no more money left. Of course, you make some adjustments after that, but from starting with that budget percent at the very beginning, you have much more ability to prioritize and do the right things and not waste your money on the wrong things. I hope you reach out if you would like to discuss this further. You can comment on this video or reach out to me at my website.